Okay, so this is the 8 ingredients Tai Chi protocol. Today is December 17th, 2019. This is Rob Wall, and I'm showing you the protocol for the fulfillment of the certification program in this Tai Chi protocol. I'd like to begin then with my students just making this shape here. We're going to do this stretching back here and take your elbows back, your hands back a bit, and feel the physical sensations that this creates in the chest and down to the waist. So we're moving the body in order just to create physical sensations, and then bring the elbows forward, chin to chest, looking down, and feel the sensations of the back. Open back up again. Breathe, breathing in. Paying attention to your breathing, comfortable breathing, stretching the fascia underneath the skin that covers the muscles, and then move forward again, chin to chest, looking down, stretching, and just feeling the sensations that this produces. Moving back up again, stretching out, and then let the hands come down. I'd like to move from the waist and just swing the arms from the shoulders, back and forth. Breathing. And feeling as the breath comes in and out, it's like a tide, a tidal volume, a tidal ocean of breath. And that the circulation in the body is just like an ocean, a field, an ocean circulating. It's rich with vitality. Feel the sensations of the hands floating, the arms floating. And as the shoulders and the waist turn, you can pick up the opposite heel. You're circulating the ocean inside the body, the blood, the fluids, the lymph. The entire body's moving. Be aware of your thoughts as they take you away from the movement and away from the awareness of sensations. And when you notice that you're drifting away in your mind to other things, just very gently and without any judgment, bring your attention back into the body. The body moving from the feet up through the legs. And sustain that attention with good intention. This intention that we want to bring into the body: care, kindness, compassion for your body. Breathe. And slow down the breathing, slow down the movement. Good. Stand. The feet are shoulders width apart. Shoulders width apart, and they're straight forward. So again, we're going to open up, stretch the fascia of the front of the body, thereby stretching all the fluids that are running just under the course of the skin and around the muscles. And then fold forward again. And then let the hands drop, looking at the ground, chin to chest. Feel the arms as they dangle. Feel the sensations. The fluid moving, the blood moving, and then from the waist, drop the head, drop the hands toward the floor. As far as you're physically comfortable, continue to breathe. Feel the sensations, blood circulating. You're inviting this ocean inside, this nutrient-dense ocean, into the hands, the feet, the head. Now slowly come back up. Head last. Bring your head right up to the top. And again, open up. Breathe in. Stretch the hands. Feel the elasticity of the hands, the fascia in the hands. Feel the feet on the floor. And then bring the hands and the elbows toward one another one more time. Good. And just drop them and then stand, head up. This is my right, your left. To bring your left hand up in front of your forehead. And then bending from the waist, I want to stretch this flank here. Bring the hand back over. And then this hand here. Stretching. Don't force or strain. Good. Again. So just sense this kind of inner ocean that I'm alluding to. Just flowing. Breathe. Breathe into that side. And come back and one more time on the other side. Releasing any tiredness, any tension from the sides, from the muscles, and bring you back to standing. I like to bring the hands up like this again, just kind of reaching with the hands, and then sitting and letting the hands fall, just like this. Yeah. So bring the hands up, and then as you sit, you let them go. Come back up, breathe in, stretching, reaching, and then let go. Bring the hands up again, stretching, and as you reach, rather than bending over, just sit with the head back straight. Come back up again. And then let them go. That's right. One more time. Good. Good. I'd like to go through each of the joints. And first bring weight to your right foot. Bring out your left foot. And the toes on the ground, and you're going to move the left knee in a circle, thereby rotating your ankle. So feel the sensations of your foot and ankle, and just go within the limits of that foot. Maybe there's an old ankle injury, or the ankles aren't used to, the ligaments aren't used to rolling all the way 360 degrees. So this is kindness and caring, but a kind of introduction and a check-in with this part of your body. The ankle joint, go the other way. Always when we're doing any exercise, we go only 70% of the way. Not 100%, just 70%, just to move. And then stop that and bring the other foot out. Again, roll that knee and thereby be aware of the ankle as it rolls back and forth. Invite that inner ocean into the ankle. It's nutrient rich. The ankle joint, a synovial joint, all the different bones of the ankle, they're penetrated with this fluid that's viscous, clear, amber-like in color, clean, go the other direction. Lubricating. Bring the feet together and the knees together, hands on the knees, and we'll rotate the joints of the knees. If you have any problems with your knees or any stress, just go a little ways to the edge, but not over the edge. Or if there's pain or anything in the knees, which sometimes there are, you can also sit and just rotate the ankle, the knee in the air. With this, we're just noticing and bringing in our awareness of this penetrating kind of lubricant that's already in your knees. Go the other direction, circulating the knees. These are your knees. You don't always get a chance to move in 360 degrees. Smiling. Moving the knees, inviting that ocean into the legs and knees. Stand. Feet are shoulders width apart. Hands on hips. And I'd like to move the hips as if you're in a rain barrel, and you're just moving along the inside edge of it. So feel the joint of the hip as you're moving in a circle. Again, that hip joint has a capsule which is filled with this fluid, viscous, penetrating, cleansing. Just feel the joint and then go the other direction. The tendons move, the muscles stretch a bit. The sensations may be pleasant or unpleasant or neutral. If they're unpleasant, then you just back off just a bit. Good. Yeah. So stop that. Bring your hands up in front of you. Make a soft fist. And just rotate the wrists. Rotating the wrists around. Again, the carpal bones of the wrist. Fluid moving. Feel the tendons stretch. And then go the other way. Awareness, stabilized by intention, attention, flexibility. And as we do this, each of the joints where we're bringing our attention becomes stronger, more flexible. As your awareness of your body, all from head to toe. Now, bring the elbows into line and circling the elbows and the wrist. Feel the sensations, which may be very neutral. Go the other way. And bring your hands down. So we'll do the shoulder joint. This is like a swimming backward. Bringing the hand back, the arm and hand up and around. Just go within the limits of your shoulder and feel the sensations of your shoulder. Kind of like saying hello to your joints. Moving the joints. And the other shoulder. Only within the limits of the shoulder, just moving it one way. Feel the sensations of the other way, swinging forward. And we may move both shoulders. I don't think I got the other one swinging forward. Just moving the whole body, being aware of the whole body moving. The body is limber, clean, cleansing. Breathe. Invite the breath in. The breath takes care of you. Good. Then bring the hands down. So the final joint, the neck. So I want to look up and then look down, chin to chest again. Look up again. Feel the pull of the neck, the pull of the fascia. Bending slowly, looking down. Feel the pull of the back of the neck, the upper back, and come back to neutral. Joint moving to the right, and moving through all the way to the left, and to the right again, and all the way to the left. Good. Not forcing or straining, particularly with the neck. We want to always guard it. So no reason to do sort of circular motions because they can just make the cervical joint at more risk, so up and down or back and forth. So I want to bring the hands up, make this shape, and then have it come right down over you. That's right. And then again, hands come up this shape. So it's as if you're in a space that's like an ocean or water, and the water is very clean, and this is like a fountain. where something from the heavens is coming right down. You might imagine this is good, clean, cleansing, right down through the top of the head, over the body. Exercising your imagination. Imagination has a role in well-being. This is we're breathing, we're touching the refreshing elements, the clean elements of well-being, energy. One more time. So the Chinese call this washing with qi from the heavens. Now we go the opposite way. Moving up and then around. And this is washing with qi like a fountain. I imagine just like a fountain coming up from your feet, through your legs, torso, out through the head. Good. Bring the hands down. So for the first movement, the first of the 6 Tai Chi movements, we want to have the feet shoulders width apart again. The heels are shoulders width apart. Feet are straight. And I want to just sit about 2 inches. And then stand. But not standing so as to lock the knees. There's a micro bend in the knees. So we're sitting and then standing. This is the first part. Sitting and then standing one more time. Breathe. Good. Second part is the hands come up and they kind of float up, and right from the wrist here, they're very relaxed. And when they get to the height of your shoulders, then they're going to become a little perkier. And this extension of the hand and the forearm right here, they call this the fair lady's hand. It's just all up. And so it's a kind of soft, relaxed thing. It's not the same as this. It's not tight. And it's not this, right? So as your hands get up here, with this fair lady's hand, and then the elbows are going to sink to the sides, which then bring the hands down. And the hands just float down. Bring the hands up. It's a fair lady's hand. I'll mention that again in other parts of the forms. Elbows sink. And you might feel like, you know, those beach balls you can clutch with the tips of your fingers? Just holding a beach ball and then let it go. Hands come up. That beach ball of energy in the hands, and then they float down. One more time. It comes up. Breathe. Floating down. Good. Now this time when it comes up, I want to sink the body. So I'm sinking down. Hands rise. And as the hands sink, I want to stand. Again. We invite that energy, that ocean, just tidal flow, up and down, rising, falling like the swell of an ocean. The body is actively relaxed. Any tension in the body, we might release. Hands are relaxed. Breathing in, breathing out. Aware of your breath without controlling it. The whole body is moving all as one piece. The root is in the foot. Transfers up through the legs, through the waist, and into the arms, into the hands. Breathing in, breathing out, nutrient-rich, cleansing movement, awareness, good intention, cleansing, penetrating, well-being, refreshing, a comfortable breath. One more time around. This is called Tai Chi, raising power. So we're just raising this power inside with just these very simple movements with awareness. And next, I'd like to have your right foot out. I'll be your mirror with my left, your right, and then that's straight ahead. And then the left foot is just at an angle. The heels are shoulders width apart. So if you step out too far, then the heels are more than shoulder width apart. So wherever shoulders width is, that's where you kind of want to be. Turn the hips so that they're facing squarely with the wall that you're facing. And then move 70% of the weight into the front foot. Mm-hmm. So you get 70%, you're kind of sitting with that weight. In the back, the spine is straight and erect. So you may feel that there's a real pull here on these ligaments where the muscles and ligaments of the leg meet the torso. So you might just turn that right foot a little bit if it's too far, so that you can sort of square the hips here. So I'd like to just sink the weight back into this foot, 70%. 30% remains here. You can't pick up the front foot when you're in this position. Keep the hips square with the wall in front of you and move the weight into the front foot. That's right. Move the weight back. Without leaning from the waist, keep the waist and the back straight so that the waist is moving forward, carrying the spine and the head. The head sits right on top. Shift the weight forward and shift back. I'd like to use the metaphor of pouring weight. So we're pouring water, as it were, pouring an ocean back into this back foot. Hold it there. Just feel the weight pouring down into this back foot. Feel it building. Now just move slowly and feel the weight pouring into the front foot as you go past the center. And then this knee, if you look down, doesn't pass the toe. That is, if I go out here, I'm putting way too much stress on the knee and I'm working too hard. I don't need to work that hard. Hips square, moving back, pouring weight into the back, move forward, pouring weight into the front foot. So we're pouring weight, pouring ocean, pouring water, pouring energy. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the rootedness of your feet, the stickiness of the feet on the ground, the heel, the balls of the feet, the toes. 70% of the weight back on the back foot, 30% forward. Breathe. Whenever your mind takes you away, when you notice it, just very gently and without any judgment, bring your awareness back into your body and into the body flowing. It's moving all in one piece. It's rare that our bodies move all at the same time, all together. So you're coordinating this all together, back and forth. And then bring your 70% to the front foot. So you're seated, so to speak. Hips are in the center, 70% there. I want to bring the hands up like this. Here's the Fair Lady's hand again. The elbows are out. And from the shoulders, they're just straight out from the shoulders like this. As you sink back your weight and pouring weight into the back foot, the hands are going to come down sort of evenly, smoothly, tracking that weight. When they reach the bottom here, the weight is pouring into here, 70%. We're going to bring the hands up, the palms toward you, and then turn the palms out. So as the palms are out now, just shift the weight forward, pouring weight into that front foot. Let the hands fall as you sink, and then they come up, then they turn, pour weight forward. So as you move the weight into the front foot, the hands move. Now the hands are sinking down, and they're moving back because the weight is moving back. Hands come up. And to get these hands forward, we're going to push square with the hips forward. Sink. That's right. So you're noticing that the hands are moving in a circular way. They're falling, they're rising, and then they're coming forward because the shoulders are attached to the waist, so that the power derives from the feet and the rootedness of the feet through the hands and waist, and that's causing the hands to move back and forth. Invite that ocean into this movement. Tidal, receding, just like a wave receding on the shore, comes up, moves forward, comes down on the shore and recedes. It's a cleansing ocean. Breathe, comfortable breaths. Don't have to control it. You're just in your body, aware of the whole body moving all at once, going nowhere, not doing anything, and yet creating, cultivating this well-being. Now stop on the front foot. Bring the hands up. This is how we'll close this. Sink the weight back on the back foot as your hands come down. Move them together. Straighten them out. Bring the hands up. And then stand. We'll do the other side, but just stand for a minute with your hands in any comfortable position, here or here. Go inside your body, just touching the different aspects of the body, warm, supple, strong, flexible, standing. Bring your awareness into your body, the energy of the body flowing like a river, coursing, clear, clean. Like a tree is rooted, the bones of the tree, supple, strong, green. The tree is breathing. The movement we call Tai Chi, the standing and the awareness of stillness, and yet the body is very active and it's actively relaxed. We call this Wu Ji or Wu Chi. Move this right foot out at an angle and step with your left. Same thing again. Adjust the back foot, 70% of weight in the front foot. This aspect of the body where the torso meets the legs, we don't have a really good word for this. So in Chinese they call it the qua, this whole area. And the qua for various people is open more than for others. If you can sit in a lotus position, for example, your qua is more flexible. For some, it's tighter because of the muscles, but I'm going to be referring to this here as the qua, so that we have it open and somewhat square to the wall in front of you. Here's the weight is in the front. Pour the weight back and let the hands come down. The hands rise. Again. Fairly these hands. Soft as they come up. They're a little perkier here, and they may even expand a bit like a sail. You got it? Pouring, moving and pouring forward. That's it. Pouring weight, pouring energy, pouring fluids, juices of the body, the hormones, the blood, the immune system, the nervous system, all organized and coordinated together. So this is a way into your parasympathetic side of the nervous system, which you have access to. As the body's moving all as one, with good intention and awareness, the parasympathetic side helps to release the autonomic or automatic sympathetic nervous system. Releasing tension, flowing. It's kind of river. One more time around. And then stop. And bring the hands up. Bring the feet together. First, shoulders width apart. They're level. Come down. And stand the whole body coordinated, even standing. So that's called the two-hand push. So we did Tai Chi raising power and two-hand push. I'd like to step out again with this right foot. So we take this is called the bow stance. This is like a person shooting a bow. And of course the legs have a certain structure in bow. They can kind of be, if you remember the jolly jumper that the little child would be put in the toddler, hung from some ceiling hook, and it's got a seat, and the little toddler is in it with springs, and they can kind of bounce. So this bounciness is a good quality that we want all the way through the body, so it's not stiff. So you might think of the jolly jumper. When we're in this position too, we still got that jolly jumper. And the head too. Be aware of the head, keeping it right on top of the mountain. The back is straight, the spine is in its normal curve. So it's very supple, and it encourages the interior core of the body to just be supporting. So all the muscles are being involved without you having to do anything. Keep the head up. And notice sometimes when your head is down, or when it's over here, over there, the head is the last bastion of the body to kind of get into line. When it is in line, then things fall from that as well. So I'd like to 70% of the weight here. Shift the weight, let's see. I want to shift the weight back into this. And this time I want to turn the hips this way. And with them still turned, I want to shift the weight into the front foot. Now once the weight is in the front foot, 70%, I want to shift it and turn the hips square. Right. Shift the weight back. Turn the hips and shoulders as if they're right, in line with each other. But turn this side of, let's say, noon, only as far as you're comfortable, because I don't want to put a lot of stress on the knee. Shift the weight forward and then turn. One more time back. Turn. Shift the weight forward and then turn. All right. So bring up this right hand. And then the left hand is like, it's as if you're holding a bird. Yeah. And this hand is kind of like holding a beach ball. It's like this energy. And you got a little ball here. So I'd like to shift the weight back and let the hands slowly fall. Once they get here, weight is back here, hands are down. I want to shift and have the hands come up like this. So this front hand is facing my heart, and the left hand, the palm, is facing out. I want to flop this hand near the other, bring the elbow in, and shift the weight to the front foot. And now we finish by turning the hips, which turn the shoulders, which turn the hands back to where we are. So you can straighten yourself, hands forward, pour weight back into that back foot, 70% only, let the hands come down. Shift by turning the hips and the shoulders, hands come up. Flop this back hand and the elbow so it collapses a bit. At the same time, we'll shift weight 70% forward and then turn. Let's do this all at once. Back, turn, up, elbow flops in, shift weight forward, turn. So that's the mechanics of it. Again, we just do the mechanics, shifting the weight, turning, elbow flops. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, moving over. 3, the hand comes over to meet the other, and you shift weight forward, and 4, you turn. 1, 2, 3, all at once coming in, and then 4, turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. This is grasping bird's tail. 1, 2, 3. So it's very light. It's like you've got a little bird here. 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring the hands up. Bring the feet level. Come back. Feel yourself in your body. Feel the mind. There's a part of the mind that's always critical. Oh, I'm not doing it right. It's always this part of the mind which is self-referential. And it's usually negative, comparing and contrasting and all that. So be aware when that mind is active. And simply bring your awareness away from that part of your mind into this other mind which is aware of the body. So we have the feet first leg forward, the back leg, and the foot at an angle. I want to just pour weight from 70% into the back leg. Turn the hips and shoulders without the arms. We'll just do the lower structure. Then shift the weight back, and then turn the hips and shoulders. One more time. Back, turn, shift weight forward. And one more time, and I'll number it. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you're familiar with it, this is the grasping bird's tail. Hands are up. This is your right hand, and your right hand is forward facing you. So this is 1. Let the hands just fall. 2, shoulder moves the hands with the waist. 2, 3, the hand and elbow sort of fall, flopping, and shift the weight forward, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as the hands come down, 1, then the hands swing back because the hips and shoulders swung them back. 2, 3, turn forward, 4. 2 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel the rootedness of your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it right here. Just check your body. Feel the body just in that jolly jumper. Relaxed, playing, breathing. Neither right or wrong. You're moving your body and it's coordinated all in one place. And yet you're going nowhere. You're just creating this wellness. Bringing it down, slow, even, smooth movements. Do it on your own. Breathing. No force or strain. Engaging that inner ocean full of nutrition, cleansing. One more time around. Releasing tension, breathing out toxins, and then bring the hands up. Shift the weight to the back foot again. Step. Straighten the feet. And around. a good way to finish that. That's grasping bird's tail. This next one is one of my favorites. It's called Waving Hands Like Clouds. It's got a beautiful name. So the way we do this, I'm going to demonstrate it first. The feet in this way are shoulder width apart and straight forward, and I'm going to shift 70% of the weight into this left foot. I'm going to start with my left. I'm going to fold the quad by just turning my waist. So this sort of folds the quad. And then I'm going to shift, so my navel and my nose are facing in this direction. So I'm going to shift, I'm still facing in that direction, but now 70% of my weight I've poured into here. And I'm going to turn and fold the quad on this end. Now my navel and nose are facing this way, I'm going to shift the weight, pouring back, and then turn the quad. So I'm going to turn my back on you so you can see it more easily. This is the left, so we're starting from the left side, folding the quad, but I don't want to fold it, do it only comfortably, because there's no straining. So your quad, my quad may fold much more than yours or someone else's, so you're just going just enough so that the shoulders, hips, navel, nose are aligned, the back is comfortably straight. There's this active relaxation, and there's this integrated structure just facing to this side. 70% of the weight is in the front foot. I'm going to pour weight into the right foot. You're still looking to the left. Now turn and fold the quad on the right side, and now you're looking to the right. Shift the weight, still look toward the right. Pour weight into this left foot. Turn, shoulders, hips to the left. Pour weight. Pouring down into the right, turn. Pour the weight into the left and turn. Pour the weight into the right and turn. And then into the left. That's the mechanics of the lower structure. I like to bring this right hand up so it's facing your heart. You can see the palm. And the left hand is down here. It's just along for the ride. So I'd like to shift the weight, turn, and the hands turn because the shoulders are turning because the waist turns. And then now you're facing the right. I want to shift the hands in their position, just kind of like an oval. Keep looking to the right, shifting the weight to the left foot. And now turn the whole thing, folding the quad on the left. Turn the hands. Shift the weight. Turn the whole body. Shift the hands. Pouring weight into the left. Coming across. Shift the weight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just use a counting. Shift those hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. As that hand comes down, shift the weight. 2. Turn and pour. 3, 4. As that hand comes down, you shift the weight into the opposite foot. 1, waving hands like clouds. The hands are light, like clouds. They're just floating. And they're moving through space because the whole body is moving. Nose, eyes, head, chest, hips, spine. Creating greater structure, awareness of your structure, flexibility. The mind calms like a pool, a pond. The moon reflects in that pond. The clouds move over the pond. They're reflected in that stillness. And yet the whole is moving. One more time around. 3, 4, and then bring the weight evenly to the feet. Bring the hands down, and just stand. Bring the feet together. I'll turn around again for you. Stand again. Shoulders width apart. Eyes at half mast or closed. Just become aware again. Check in with your body. Feel the flow, this ocean of energy inside and around your body. Just flowing, tidal, in, out. Go into your breath. Let your breath take care of you. Comfortable breaths. The breath drapes the body. Just being aware of the sensations in the feet, in each of the joints, in the legs. If at any time, since we're doing this as a standing class, you feel like you need to sit because you're tired or you're dizzy or anything like that, always avail yourself of the exit strategy. You can always sit, you can always come, you can always leave at any time. Awareness of the body standing, Wu Qi. Awareness of the antsiness of the body, not still, but standing, unstill, just letting it be as it is. Or the body's still and standing. Good, that's enough of that. So this is the next one, and we're going to move all our weight into one limb. So we're going to start with, this is my left, your right. So start with your right, and we're going to bring the foot and touch right here. And then we're going to step back, but the weight is still here. Don't put weight here because you can pick up that back foot still. Okay, so the foot is back there. Now shift the weight 100% back here and bring the foot here. Step, then shift, bring the weight forward, the foot forward. Step back, then shift, bring the foot this way forward. Step, but don't commit. Step, now commit. Bring the foot up. Step back, but don't commit. Now commit, and bring the foot back. One more time. Yeah, it's very different to make a step and not commit. Bring your awareness to that, and then commit your weight, 100%. Bring that foot forward, just touch so you can balance. Then bring that foot back, and don't commit, just feel it back there. Very different to feel the foot backward. We don't take backward steps very much. Now commit all your weight there, and then bring. Okay, that's the lower structure. Now when we commit ourselves this time, we're going to bring the leg up like this, as far as you're comfortable. You can bring it this far, you can bring it just this far. Doesn't matter. You're just wanting to balance on that foot. So let's start again. Back here, I want to commit and bring my knee up but don't commit. Now, commit and bring this leg up. Bring it down, but don't commit yet. Now go forward, and this leg comes up. So this is the mechanics of it. I'm just getting this down. Now, my legs are long and I may be taking a longer step, so you may just want to take a small step. You don't have to take a big step. You can just take a little baby step. You're just not committing until you do, and when you do, this other leg comes up. So just practice taking a small step. It's the same. Keep the awareness of the spine and the head over the tail, which is over the heel, and that helps with stability and balance. Okay. So let's just move the weight again to the beginning over this, not 100%, 70% here. When I commit and I bring this leg up, I'm going to bring this arm up. So the upper structure is that the arm is going to come up sort of in a crescent shape by the center and then rest right about here, sort of in line with my eyes. So I'll end up like this. Right. As the hand comes down, the leg comes down, and then move the weight, and the other hand goes up. Now finally, the hand that's not doing anything is going to be off the shoulder. So let's stop for a second. When I'm in this position here, this hand isn't doing anything. What it does is it does stay active by turning, so the palm is faced back, and that turns and engages the scapula up here. So structurally, the whole body is in place, and this is an active hand. So from here, step back, and we'll make it all fluid. The separation between being committed and not committed, it'll just be seamless. And that non-active, active hand is just, it's relaxed. It's not actively stiff. The leg that's active and the arm that's active, it's like a marionette. You might think as it comes up, you've got a string, and when that goes down, the leg is going down with it. You might become aware that one side is stronger than the other, or more balanced. Just be aware of that, no judgment. If you miss one, you take 25,000 breaths a day. Mm-hmm. You can always miss a couple breaths. It's legal. My right side is weaker than my left. So I just have to work more and be more aware of this right side. Keeping moving. So this is called the golden rooster, stands on one leg. If you have chickens and a rooster, you watch the rooster. Feel the flow. Just this sort of river, ocean, receding, rising. The whole body moving with intention, awareness, flexibility, strength, and yet while it's moving, and it may be difficult, it's actively relaxed. And as the body is relaxed and moving in one, the mind relaxes in a sense. A couple more times. just bring the hands. Let's see, what are we going to do? Bring the hands down around like this, washing with chi from the heavens. So that's a Tai Chi raising power, the two-hand push, grasping bird's tail, waving hands like clouds. The golden rooster stands on one leg. The final of the 6 is brush, knee, twist, step. It's the most complicated of these forms, of these things. And I'm going to turn my back to you. We're going to start with the same left leg out. And I want to just do the lower structure. So I'm going to bring all my weight onto this left leg and touch the floor with this foot, much like we just did. Then I want to bring the foot back, but I don't want to commit it too much. Then I'm going to bring my weight back onto it and move this foot here. At the same time, the waist and shoulders are going to turn in the same way they did with grasping bird's tail, because they're creating torque. Step out with this other foot, shoulders width apart, keep the heels shoulders width apart. Your body is still torqued and facing this direction, so shift the weight so that the knee is just above the toe, and then turn the whole thing so that the hips are square, and then just a little more. So hips are squared, foot comes up, back, shift the weight back, and bring that foot with you. Turn, step out, shift the weight, and then turn a little bit past noon. If this is noon, straight ahead, we're turning toward 11:30. One more time, turn toward noon, 70% forward, 30% back, jolly jumper, head is nice and relaxed, body is relaxed, the mind is relaxed. But if the body is relaxed but antsy, that's okay too. It can just be right where it is. Shift the weight, let's say 70% forward, bring this back foot forward, touch, back, shift the weight back, bring the back foot back, turn, step out, and turn. So if I give you seven steps, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Start again straight forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the upper structure, I'm going to do it in a mirror for you. You guys still keep the same feet forward, and my feet will be opposite. 1, 2, 3. Bring this foot back. I almost forgot. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now over the hands in. So your left hand goes up. Excuse me, your right hand goes up and your left hand is is, again, much like with the golden rooster, it's active and it's guarding this knee. So that's the brush of the knee. It's relaxed, but it's there. And the palm is facing backward. 70% of the weight in the front foot. Step forward, 1. And when we step back, then 2, 3, the hands are going to fall forward. 4, 5, you're going to put the foot out, and this elbow sort of falls, and you got that, you know, that flop again, like with grasping bird's tail. And this time we're going to shift the weight forward, but this hand is going to come down by the knee, and then you square the hips, and then go a little bit further from noon. Okay, so go back to noon. 1, 2, 3, just the hands are down, and bring this foot back. 4, hands come up, because the shoulders turn, because the weights turn the shoulders. 5, you're not committed with that step, and this is flopped, and the elbow sort of comes in comfortably, and shift. 6, 7. I have you up here. I forgot to do this. Let's do it again. I made a mistake. Back to straight forward. Brush knee. Step forward. Step. 1, 2, 3. Bring this foot in. 4, hands up. 5, and then this hand comes down. It doesn't stay up here. 6, 7. Back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more time with this side. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. I'm going to turn it back on you. So you're just doing it this way. I want to do it this way with the front foot up. And this will be the last of the form movements that we learn. So we're brushing knee on this side. Step 1, 2, 3, and then bring the foot back 4, flop, step, 5, I'm facing this way, but my hands are here, 6, and then 7. Back in front, 1, 2, 3, turn the hips, turn the shoulders, 4, bring that foot back, 5, step but don't commit, hand flops, elbows in, 6, the hand comes down, brushes the knee, and then 7, so I'm going to turn and be your mirror. You do it the same way you just wrote, and I'll just be the mirror. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring that foot back. 5, 6, 7. Back to front. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And bring your hands up. Bring that foot back. Come even. And good. So to cool off, I'd like to tap the meridians of the body, just to kind of inside the limbs, across the chest and down this side. Again down this side, inside the hand and arm, and then outside. Down the front, around the hips, around the back. These are where your kidneys are. We're just giving some reverberation into the kidneys and saying hello, taking good care of them, getting the blood to flow. The claw, and then down the outside of the legs. And the inside of the legs, down the backs of the legs. To the shoulders, one, the other, the back of the neck, back of the head, with just the fingertips lightly on the top of the head. Stop and then let the hands drop as you exhale. Close the eyes again, or eyes at half mast. Be aware of the body. Tingling, flowing, circulating, still and moving, aware from head to toe. The fascia of the body, all loose, stretched, humming, warm. Bring your hands up, watching the chi from the heavens. Cleansing. One more time. Washing. Good. So we've reviewed the six movements of Tai Chi, of the 8 ingredients of Tai Chi. We've touched upon awareness, physical integrity, structural integrity, freer breath, strength and flexibility in all the joints and the muscles. Just by being together, there's just social support that happens. It's kind of just being with other people can be protective. There's kind of active relaxation that just sets into the body when your body's able to do something all as one, all at the same time. And there may be some component of spirituality that arises on the inside, into body, into mind, and how it's all one and in the present moment. Your body's never anywhere but in the present moment. So when we remember that the sensations of the body, simply by moving the body, you can't be anywhere but where your body is. And there's something about the embodiment of our life that informs our spirituality, whatever spiritual tradition or spirituality or wisdom tradition or religion we come from. The movements can inform that. So those are the kind of ingredients, all of which are operating at any time when we're in an aware state and moving our bodies like this. So the 8 ingredients are the active ingredients that create well-being: flexibility, structure, breathing, intention, awareness, embodied spirituality, active relaxation. All these things are just getting touched and flowing in their own way. So bring your weight to your right foot. Bring your left foot out, just the toe touching. Bring your hands together. And we'll conclude the class just that way. Thank you.